I want to introduce business service consultant Louis Eyring. Louis, welcome back to Cityline.
Thank you, and glad to be here.
Good to have you here. And you brought with you your best buddy, Mr. Andrew Gelston. You are the alternative program supervisor for this amazing service. Welcome to Cityline as well.
Thank you.
Good to have you both on the comfy couch. So let's get to this. When we think about Louis, what inspired the creation? Well, first off, the name. Beyond Boundaries says it all. Resource Fair, and how did that name come about?
We were doing a lot of employment events and trying to help out people with who are justice system impacted and have a lot of barriers.
Yeah.
And we realized that a lot of times they were not necessarily job ready because of those barriers. Mm-hmm. And so we decided to just try to find all the partners that we had in the community. And bring them together in one place so that way they can get their needs met and overcome those barriers as well as find employment.
I love that. So you mentioned this phrase, and Andrew, I'm going to ask you to kind of explain it to us. The biggest barriers justice impacted and homeless individuals face in accessing essential services. First off, what does justice impacted mean?
Well, individuals that have been involved with the justice system.
Okay, there we go.
Made some choices that got them involved, and unfortunately, sometimes that comes with a stigma that holds them back or makes it more difficult for them to find resources that others, don't have the same difficulty.
Absolutely, absolutely. One of my favorite phrases is "Everybody is better than their worst day." Mm-hmm. And that is what this is about. So how is this event addressing that?
Well, I mean, we're bringing a bunch of providers all in one place.
Yes.
In the past, we have in our work dealt with people, sending them out to find services at different provider locations. That's a challenge.
It is.
And so when you bring people all together, well, you have centralized services.
Absolutely.
And also people with unique needs, because everybody's barrier is a little bit different, even though they might seem the same.
Right.
Then you have a big group of people there that can solve problems.
You've got a custom-made event, don't you? Speaking of custom-made, how did the partnership between your organization and Pierce County District Court Resource Center come to be?
Well, when we first opened up the Resource Center, we were looking to find providers that wanted to spend some time there to be available for people, kind of a smaller kind of resource fair type vibe. Mm-hmm. And we reached out to WorkSource, and the next thing you know, we were connected with the business team. Louis came on board, and then this big event.
God, I love it.
This big event happened.
I love it when those kind of barriers or partnership are also put to bed, so we can join each other and do what we do best and love our city. So Louis, we saw a picture there of some of the services that are offered. So what kind of providers are participating in this fair, and how were they selected?
Sometimes they are selected on availability. Sometimes they're selected on the needs of the people that we're helping. And so, like, we have DSHS helping with vouchers, so that people can get discount IDs and driver's license, which is oftentimes a big barrier for people because you need their ID to get a job.
Absolutely. So how do you stop that vicious cycle? Yes.
Yeah, and that's just a simple thing. But we have haircuts, free haircuts. There's going to be clothing, food, and housing services, public utility services. It's just all these different kind of barriers that people face in the community. There's going to be something there for them.
I love that. You know, we have made huge inroads in the city of Tacoma doing this for domestic violence and victims of domestic violence. And you're nodding your head because you know that. But it's so wonderful to shine the spotlight on a group of people like this who also need that kind of tender, loving care. Andrew, for someone who is attending this event for the first time, put that little GoPro on that little gorgeous forehead of yours and tell me what they're going to see.
Well, it's going to be busy. It's going to be a festive atmosphere.
Okay.
You know, I mean, there are tents set up, and there are going to be staff around there that are welcoming them and making sure, you know, questions are answered, and just wanting them to get results
Yeah.
from being at the fair.
I can imagine first time attendees have that look on their face like, are you kidding me? This is a dream come true. That's probably how you recognize the first time people before they check in, I would imagine. When we think about stories from previous events, Andrew, or ones that really capture the impact on families or individuals, what comes to mind?
A particular individual that we've worked with, who single mom
Yes.
with out of a bad relationship, really needed to get a leg up, and she utilized our services, and we checked all the boxes. This is what she needs. This is what she needs, and well, to keep it short,
Yeah.
she ended up working as a peer navigator and partners with us.
Oh my God! If that's
You know,
not a happily
helping individuals,
if that's not a happily ever after, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Last 40 seconds here. Who do we need to thank? And we'll start with you first, Louis.
Well, I want to first thank some of our sponsors.
Yeah.
Misty's Adult Care and Family Services. They are a big sponsor of ours. Coordinated Care is also a pretty big sponsor. And then some of our partners. There's going to be free food, so the sponsors are helping pay for that.
Nice.
But Boss Mama's Kitchen and Lumpia Love, those are some of the food trucks that are going to be there, so yum.
Okay,
yeah.
I love that. And then for you, Andrew, who would you like to thank?
Well, we have a probation manager with a vision, Dom Hardiman, and who started all of this.
Yes.
And I'm really grateful for him. And our administration and our judges have been so supportive and behind this. It's amazing. And lastly, my resource center staff that work really hard too on the day of and coming up to that to make things happen.
I want to thank both of you for getting up every morning and doing this again and again. This is hard work. It's very rewarding, but it's hard work. So thank you for still having that beautiful light in these eyes I'm looking at. And I wish you the best of luck at your resource fair.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Porch Fest is going to be in the house when we come back. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.